Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Rachel, Ray, and Luna here, and you're watching our Flosstube. Today is June 20th, and happy belated Juneteenth, everyone. And welcome to a video all about cross-stitch and knitting. Knitting is at the end of the video, so don't worry. If you're not a knitter, I totally understand. But primarily my channel, if you're new here, my channel is about crafting. I do a lot of different crafts and I try to keep a consistent channel schedule, but things are kind of up in the air at the minute with, things that are going on in the world. So please forgive me. But if you're new here and you like what you see, feel free to click that little subscribe button. Right? Yeah. Luna is my co-host and she got her own chair and she loves it, don't you? So we have been pretty busy this week. And I am participating in an event called Velosano. Velosano is actually a cycling event in Cleveland and Ohio. Now, I live in Ireland, so, what can I do, right? Except, instead of being a cycling event in person, due to COVID, they have decided to make it virtual. And when I heard about it, and I heard about a team that was starting and challenging themselves to stitching 100 hours on one project until the end of July, I believe. Not June, July, right? I was like, yes, I'm in. And the project that I decided that I would start or work on for 100 hours was, do you want to show them? Or will I show them? Was my Heaven and Earth design, Soul of the Rose. The original picture, I'll put it here on the screen for you beside me. The original picture is from John William Waterhouse, and it is gorgeous. I was gifted this pattern. Thank you, Michael. And it is the max color version. Excuse me while I fumble a little bit. This is the entire piece of, I haven't done that in a while. That's the entire piece, and I have gotten approximately just under 5%. Oh my gosh, sorry, it's blowing me out again. But here you go. That is almost all of page 2 complete. So let me play it with my settings, because it's going to act all crazy again. Gonna act crazy anyway. How's the weather like where you are? Here it is raining and very windy. We are getting 100-kilometer-an-hour gusts of wind today, so very windy on the Atlantic coast of Ireland, the west coast. So I have page 1 and page 2 complete, except for this little area here and that singular stitch up there. Or I think that's 2 stitches actually. No, it's 1 stitch. So 1 stitch, one there, and a few in here, and then page 2 is complete. So I'll be working on this today. So cool. I really, really like this project. I can't believe I'm only 4%, or almost 5%, I don't have my pattern keeper here. That's the app that I use. It's for Android. It's not free. It doesn't work with everything, but it works for Heaven and Earth designs. And I think it's like $10 or something, but it's a lifesaver, and it tells you how many stitches you did in a 24-hour period. And it tells you, or is it the day? I'm not sure. Anyway, it tells you how many stitches you've done during that session or that day or whatever, and it tells you the overall percentage of how far you've gone in your pattern. So I know that I'm just under 5%, and I'm really excited. I want to get to at least like the 15% mark by the time that Velosano is over. So if you're interested in, okay, it didn't blow me out. I thought it did. If you're interested in donating to cancer research to the Cleveland Clinic, please check out my link down below. I have it down there. Thank you so much to everybody who has donated already. I think if I look here and just refresh the page real quick, I'll tell you how much we've raised as of right now while I'm filming. $1,010. That is insane. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. And the Velo Stitchers team is doing great as well. I think overall the Velo Stitchers, let's just double check, $4,456. That's amazing. And it's a friendly competition. There's no like actual competition happening here. It's just, see if you can do it. If I cannot hit my 100 hours, I will donate $150. So I'm trying really hard to hit 100 hours, but I'm not going to break myself doing it, because I know that if I do that sort of thing when it comes to crafting, I get completely discouraged and then I want to walk away for a few months. So not great, but that's it. That's that. If I look on my app, I'll tell you exactly how much time I spent. Bear with me. Timer. No, stopwatch. So I am now at 21 hours and 14 minutes. So that's actually 1 hour less than I did last week. Womp womp. I thought I was going to beat it. I told myself that I would do it or I would beat it, but I'll show you why I didn't. But that's not too bad. That's almost the same as last week, so that's not too bad. I won't call that a loss by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, and that needle minder, that little galaxy kitten, that one, that is actually from my Etsy shop, which is still not up yet. I'm so sorry. I do sell cover minders, needle minders for those of you in cross stitching, cover minders if you're a diamond painter, and I have pens as well. Can you see? I don't know which direction I'm pointing. That's my little Etsy store back there. And I can't open it until I'm able to ship to the States again. I just won't do it because I know that the majority of the people who watch my channel are from the States, and it would be totally unfair if I open up my shop and the majority of the people who are buying my items can't buy them. So I'm waiting. And I know that it's frustrating, but that's the way it is. Okay, yesterday was Juneteenth, and if you don't know what Juneteenth is, Google it. I decided that I was going to join in on the diversity and inclusion stitch along and representation matters stitch along. Let's just talk for a second. Representation in media is super important. If you're not white, and the majority of people you see on billboards, in movies, anything like that, it shapes fashion. It shapes the way that you view yourself as a non-white person. So if you don't see someone that looks like you in the media, you think that you're bad subconsciously. I know that that's hard to understand as a white person, but it's important. It's really important. Just like it's important to see people who have disabilities. There needs to be representation. That is why we fight for this. And I know that a lot of people think that you're some kind of weird social justice warrior or a snowflake or something. I don't care if you want to call me names, but it's important. And we need to make sure that we don't fall into a hole where we think that white is default. So long-winded, but I decided to get a pattern that I thought would do really well for this stitch along for Juneteenth, and it's Sisterhood by Stitch Sisterhood. That's what it looks like. I can't show you the pattern, but I went ahead and I pulled out one of my smalls. I order the monthly small cut Fabric of the Month Club from thecraftykitten.co.uk, and these are perfect for these little tiny stitches that I want to do. Now this isn't tiny by any means. It is 70 by 86. It's pretty small. Anyway, this is what I got done yesterday. Ta-da! So the fabric that this is stitched on is 16 count Aida, and it's called Midnight Roses. Isn't it beautiful? And so I got the outline. I started in the middle. That's why that's like that. And then I just started on the outline, and I really like it. I don't know why it's not focusing properly. Hang on. 2 seconds. There we go. It's pretty. I love the colors, especially on this fabric. This fabric is beautiful. So I thought that it would go well. These are my colors. Oops. Yeah. And when I did a floss toss on this fabric, I was like, yep. So that's what I'm doing. So you can check out Stitch Sisterhood on Etsy. It took me, the reason why this is so important to me is that when I went to join, a few other creators here on YouTube, a few other floss tubers, they had suggested shops and designs and things like that. And there's a lot. I saw one that was a charity drive, and I went ahead and I purchased that too. Please check out Michelle Bendy Stitchy's channel and her Patreon page. I believe that particular post is free, so you can check it out. Talking about the representation matters. I don't have a link to it at the moment, but it's like you choose a charity. Hang on. What am I doing? We're hanging out together. We can do this together. Yes, I ended up having to use my phone because the internet is down. Thank you, Storm. So basically, and I hope you don't mind me showing this, Michelle, but this gorgeous painting by Ebony Short, who is Ebby Official on Instagram, is a fashion designer, and she designed this picture of a dress, this beautiful picture of a dress. It's very blurry for some reason. Nope, it's not. Anyway, sorry. She designed this beautiful picture of this woman, and so Brittany Church of Ingleside Imaginarium, you might know her designs. She has charted it into a cross stitch. And that's part of it. That's not all of it. And if you make a donation to either Color of Change, the National Alliance of Mental Health, NAMI, or Sankofa Birth Worker, oh gosh, let me try to say that again, sorry. Sankofa Birth Workers Collective, then you can get the chart for free. So you donate and you get the chart. So I went ahead and I donated to the Birth Workers Collective because I understand that it's very difficult for like Black women to give birth and come out the other side healthy. That's what I've heard. And I want all the babies. I want all the cute. We had a discussion on my Whip and Chat about squishy things. Or was it No, it was last week? I got this thing. You stay there. I don't know why I'm showing you this, but you need to know. This thing, it's Woodstock. I think it's Woodstock from the, isn't it cute? From Peanuts? That's what it looks like to me. Or a dinosaur, or maybe even a unicorn. I don't know, but those look like little arms to me. Anyway, this is super squishy. And I was talking about how, oh no, it was in my Whip and Chat. I was talking about how I now have a word for it. Thank you so much to that subscriber who actually said it. It's cute aggression, where when you see something, you just want to squish it because it's so cute. Yeah, I have cute aggression. So, right, put it down. Anyway, so my mind is all over the place today. I'm sorry. It's Saturday and it's raining like crazy. Okay. Where was I? Yes, diversity and inclusion. So it's super important. We would love for you to join us. It's never too late. Please go out there, go try to find a chart that you would like to stitch that has someone with a different skin tone than you. And who isn't very represented in media very much. I can feel her hot breath on my leg. She is so adorable. So yeah, I'm super happy about that new start. I wasn't planning on starting anything new, But you never know with me. I am, if anything, definitely not a monogamous stitcher. Obviously. Okay, speaking of anti-monogamy. All right, so y'all know that I was working on the Stiach, and I had started it on a piece of Lugana, Ember by the Crafty Kitten. And this is not her fault. It's my fault. I think I messed up the long diagonals. I was doing them wrong, and it caused me to push my stitches, like my stitches were going further than they should have, because you can't make those stitches. Anyway, I don't know. It was weird. And I went back and I watched the video that Em made. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out stiach.com. Free stitch along. It's the pattern itself that we're doing right now is called Bless This House, and it's a picture of Hugh Laurie. Really cool, really fun group of people. It's kind of like hip cross stitch. I don't know, but anyway, I decided to scrap it because I was like, I really messed up, and I don't want a frog. And I know you're probably like, oh, Rachel, don't give up. I didn't. So my very good friend, Mrs. Crochet and Coffee, generously gifted me some floss that is not DMC. I think it's meant for friendship bracelets and stuff. So these are fluorescent colors. I don't think you can see the main colors here. The main colors are very vibrant purple, pink. These colors are like, think it's not coming out right because of the lighting. Think Nickelodeon 1990, like 1992. Where we were transitioning from the 80s to the 90s, and slime was a big deal, and that's when I grew up. That's when I was a kid. And I thought, what better time than something funky like this? Because I'm not a House fan. I'm a Hugh Laurie fan. So anyway, I pulled out a piece of fabric, Crafty Kitten fabric, because I get her little small things. It's a 14 count called Tea Rose. Are you ready? I got really scared, you guys, because I was in the middle of doing this, and I was like, I think I've made a big mistake, but it's actually looking pretty cool. You ready? Look at him. He looks so creepy. Oh my goodness. So yeah. My little Oompa Loompa. So we're gonna keep going on this. I'm gonna try to complete. Yes, I'm gonna try to complete it and make him super funky, because why not? And it'll fit the ending that I have for it as well, which I'm not telling anyone until we get there. So I know the fabric choice is probably meh, but the fabric is actually really nice, but it's just with these colors I'm not so sure. And I didn't want to do a piece of black. Sorry. Re-expose me, please, camera. Thank you. If I ever look to the side, that's where the screen is. So I try to keep looking at you all the time, but sometimes I have to look at myself. Yeah, and my back isn't too bad this time. My back is much better this time. So I'm kind of proud of that. And they had a speed challenge. I'm not going to put that on my channel because it's got 2 expletives, one of which would make the video PG-13, but that's right here, and maybe I'll show you some other day. I'll put up a warning or something. But anyway, that was fun too. Speed backstitch challenge. Done. So yeah, guys, so that was a main project that I worked on this week, trying to catch up. So I'm on week 4. Yeah, 4. And I'm almost finished week 4, and then I'll start week 5 and 6. Because I think 5 is the one where there isn't much in the face at all. And then 6 is all the face, the rest of the face. So I'm going to try to finish that because I would like to finish with the community. And then this morning, earlier in the week and this morning, I worked on my, this is the Peppermint Purple Blackwork Stitch Along. Sorry, had a brain fog. And this is currently where we're at. And I have a needle stuck in there. So we are down at the bottom now. I don't think you can see. I'm putting my fingers in there to try to, there we go. Those stitches are beautiful. All right. Sorry, I can't hold it there very long. My arms are very weak, apparently. Yeah. So we are on, I am now going to week 25. So that's almost halfway. It's awesome. Yeah. Almost halfway. No, not really. No, we're like a week from halfway. Solstice is halfway. Yeah, ish. So yeah, that's all the stitching that I did this week. That's a lot of stitching, you guys. That's 10 hours on my Haid, like 2, 3, 4, I don't know how many hours. I spent a lot of time on the Diversity Inclusion Cell, Representation Matters Cell yesterday. That's all I worked on yesterday. So that was a good, I don't know, 4 hours, something like that. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I really, really enjoy it. Okay, so I'm moving this stuff to the side so that we can move on to haul. So haul this week is, I got another skein of Mrs. Sadis silk. Come on. Zoom. There we go. Pretty, huh? It's really pretty. I love this color. It's called Peacock. Mrs. Sadis is on Etsy, if you want to check her out. Mrs. Sadis Imas and more. So I got that for my long dog because the long dog sampler that I'm doing, which is called the Pilgrim. Thank you again, Michael. That one called for something like 20 yards over what I had. And I was like, I'm going to have to buy it anyway. I might as well buy it now because it'll be the same dye lot. So I got it. And she included a little needle minder, which is this beautiful button, this like Moroccan Granada button. Beautiful. So pretty. I really miss the Alhambra. If you guys ever get a chance to go. If you like geometry and mandalas, oh my god, you'll be in heaven. And then in the package, she always adds this little tiny hand-dyed silk as well. This one is called Oxide. It's coming out a little bit green. Come on. Trying to get it to focus. Focus on the floss. Hang on. Oh, it's really pretty. There's actually like a little bit of purple and dark blue in there as well. Oxide. Very pretty. Then I got my Crafty Kitten order in. And I really don't want to take these out of the envelopes. I was doing it and I don't know if I will anymore. Because, well, I mean, take them out and store them out of the envelope. I don't know. It's just a lot of work for a fabric collector. I'll do it every once in a while, I guess. So this one, these are all small, so they're like 9 by 12. And this is a 32 count Jobelin called Sunset Water. There we go. It's pretty. Very soft, very slightly mottled. Not really, but it's pretty. Then this very pretty green. This one is a 25 count Lugana and it's called Forest Canopy. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I never would have put these colors together. And I think it's way less noticeable to the eye. I think it's just the camera picking up those hues very well. But it's a lighter version of the olive oil that I got from Barbarol. That's what it reminds me of. She's just asleep. She's a sleepy girl. She's on medication right now. If you watched my whip and chat video, that's where I kind of talk all my private stuff. Yeah, she's having to swim a lot, and now she's taking pain meds so that her leg isn't bothering her, so she's sleeping a lot. This one is a 25 count. Oh my god, look how pretty. This one is 25 count Lugana strawberry strawberry sorbet. I don't know why it's not focus. Fix yourself. Thank you. There we go. Look at that. It's so bright and it's like a bubblegum pink. Very pretty. And the last one, come on, focus. Thank you. The last one is the April 2020 limited edition 32 count Murano. I don't know. Oh, it's not really coming out well. Oh, and there's thunder as well. This is like, to the eye, it's like pink and then cream and a tinge of purple. It's really, really hard to turn out on camera. Yeah, there you go. The color variation is super slight, but I can see a little bit of yellow in there as well, over here in the middle. So it is pretty. Very, very pretty. Really nice colors this month. Super excited about that. So those are the fabrics I got, flosses and gifts, and that's it for haul. I did get another knit crate of the, we'll move into yarn now. So if you're not interested in knitting, I'm sorry. I will see you all in my next one. But for those of you who are interested or just working away and don't want to turn it off, I got another knit crate like I did last week where they give you the bear yarn and then they give you Kool-Aid and stuff. And they did get back to me and they said that it was a mistake and that shouldn't have happened. And so they gave me some coupon codes. So that was awesome. I went ahead and just gave them to my friends because I was like, it's okay, whatever. So hopefully they can use them on their next order. But I haven't gotten anything else in the mail for knitting, right? But I have worked on some projects, so I want to show you. I'm really excited. So first up is my Fading Point shawl by Hohi. I was saying it wrong the whole time. Please check out her channel. She has a channel on YouTube. And just make sure I grab this and don't have it fall off the needles. I had a needle thingy on air, but it's gone. Yeah. Okay. The yarn that I'm using for this shawl is called, oh boy, Atlantis by Irish Fairy Tale Yarns, which is based in Germany. Yeah, it confused me too. So it is I think I'd get prepared 100% merino wool, and I put it on my needles like this to show you because I think you'll be able to see the pattern a little better, hopefully. It's very difficult to do this. So this is the bottom edge of the shawl, okay? And this is the center right here. And then this is all of the lace. So I don't know if that helps or not. This is the lace detail. So that border all the way along the top edges here is all of the lacing. That's lace number 1. It's so pretty. There we go. So this is my marker from last time. I'm going to move this marker here now so that we can see how far I get in the next time I work on it. But it's just gorgeous, and I know that I messed up somewhere and then I had to like fix it, but I just fixed it by like stitching 2 together or something somewhere. I don't think you're ever going to notice. To be completely honest, I will never notice unless I become like a master knitter or something. The pattern for this actually does kind of make me feel a bit intimidated, but my promise to you was 1 row at a time. That's as much as I can do. 1 row at a time, learn new techniques along the way, take it bite by bite, and then we'll have a finished shawl. So yeah, it is very pretty. I love the color. Can it focus? For some reason, it just doesn't like to focus today. Anyway, that is it. That is the beautiful fading point shawl. Oh, and these, you can find these are Maxwell knits on Etsy, something like that. I have it linked in the link haven down below, as well as the My Cottage number 9 bag. And this is another My Cottage number 9. This one holds my Plymouthese shawl. So I have joined the A Lot of Fluff Cal knit along. Yeah. And I'm having so much fun. I'm using my Ruby and Roses, and this color, this beautiful color, is called Playful. I am holding the 2 strands together. So I've got 100%, or is it 100 or 80-10-10 merino cashmere nylon, and then I have kids silk, kids mohair and silk held together. This is the softest thing in the planet. So this is what I have so far. Each row is taking a lot longer to get through now that I'm at this point, and I wanted to show you how far I got. Are you ready for this? This is my marker. That's my marker. This is how much I've done. Oops. That's how much I've done from here over. I don't know if you can still see the marker. It's all the way down there, you guys. See it? There it is. That's 1 week's of progress. I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. It's so easy, and like, I know that knitting, for some people, knitting is necessary. For some, it's therapeutic. And it's nice to have a project where I feel like I can take my time and really enjoy the process. And because I'm using a yarn that I've always wanted from this particular designer, I'm just like trying to enjoy every moment of it, because I know that when it's over, and you know, like, but I'm trying to be good and not start other knitting projects, because I want to not necessarily be a monogamous knitter, but that I feel that if I have more than one knitting project consecutively on the go, then I'm never going to see progress, and I need to see progress with knitting. Whereas with stitching, it's okay. It's okay. Like, we're not going to talk about Harry Potter right now. The new one is going to drop soon. Oh, her face is on the... I'm just going to leave it there. Yeah, so that's it for knitting and all that kind of stuff. I have purchased a few things. I purchased some charts and things like that, but it's okay. We'll talk about it when it gets here. It's more exciting that way anyway. And let's read a poem, shall we? I think this is like one of the shortest episodes I've had, so I apologize for that. We are going to read, ooh, I like this one. We're reading from Second Sight, from Patty Bush. He's a local poet in my town, or near my town. And I've got a link down below if you want to purchase it for yourself. But at the end of every Flosstube, I like to read a little poem. Why not? So, this one is called White Egrets. It had almost slipped my mind, that tree I glimpsed once from a trundling bus, dappled with egrets like long-standing promises of grace, long life and the truth of otherness. So long life to you too, for bringing home from your own travels this painted silk, bright with those same auspicious birds, to land in my mind on exhilarated wings. And they nest still on the sitting room wall, endowing the room with wealth from the east, perched now for good on rocks among pine trees. And when the scroll stirs in a sudden breeze, I hear for a moment in that passing wind murmurs of eternity rustling through the silk. It's really nice. Actually, you can't see it. Well, you can a little bit. Do you see that silk? That silk scarf I purchased in Cambodia, and my mind immediately went to it because it really is beautiful. And when I look at it, I remember how much fun I had on that trip. I'm gonna go, guys, and get started on stitching. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a great weekend. Stay dry, please, and stay safe, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.